All right, good morning, traders. Today is July 16th, 2024. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 559.66. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 remain in daily uptrends. SPY and Diamond Dow made new all-time highs again. IWM made a new 2-year high again. SPY closed with a 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute downtrend over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Feels like Groundhog Day. Just want to say that. FNGU still in an uptrend. Made a higher high and a higher low. Closing just under the bullish trap, but over the 17 EMA. QQQ still in an uptrend. Made a higher high and a higher low, closing just over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Gold and silver, both in uptrends. Gold made a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA, while silver made an outside day. That would be a higher high and a lower low, closing just under, lost my place, closing just under the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. UNG still in a downtrend, challenging some of those all-time lows, or at least those 2 or 3 year lows there where it is right now. So UNG still in a downtrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing under the bearish trap under the falling 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing under the bearish trap but over the rising 17 EMA. US dollar index kind of bouncing around that 200 SMA area, is in a, that's wrong again. It's in a downtrend, closed near the 104.20 area. All right, let's go look at some charts for today. Dollar piping up. All right, so let's take out the SPY. Let's take it out for a spin and see what we got here. Daily chart. All right, daily chart, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, new all-time high right there. 2-hour chart. You can see we've got price and the yellow 3 EMA on top of the white EMA. So we've got a 2-hour uptrend going into the close. This shaded area, that would be the post-market pre-market. The non-shaded area would be the open market. So we have, you can see the yellow line on top of the white line, a 2-hour uptrend. Both of those over a rising 17 EMA. That's the green dots right here over the trend line there. So SPY still in an uptrend on the 2-hour chart. On the 10-minute, a little bit different. Just like yesterday, we have a 10-minute downtrend coming into the close. But in the pre-market right here, we have a 10-minute uptrend with price spiking up here. So got a little W pattern playing out right now in SPY. We'll see who the victor is going to be, because they will emerge from within this consolidation. So there's SPY on the 10-minute chart. Let's take a look at price action. All right, so here's the all-time high anchored VWAP. It's the teal line, or the blue one, the light blue one right here. If I look at this, we're making higher lows here. That was a previous low. There's a higher low. And look what we did here. Made another higher low. Did a little whoop-de-whoop and made another higher low. And in the pre-market, we made another higher low. But they're struggling right here with this 562.30 area. So we'll break out over that. I think we're testing the highs again today. We'll see what happens if they can get up over it. A lot of selling seems to be happening around 562.30, 562.50 area right through here. So we'll see what happens. If they fail to get over that, we could be looking at a visit down to, I don't know, 555.73 area after we visit the all-time high anchored VWAP. So we'll see what happens. All right, so there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. Try it again. QQQ, pick it up on the daily chart to begin with. QQQ, still in an uptrend. Higher low, higher high. Closing over, just over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA, still in an uptrend. FNGU, still in an uptrend. Closing just under the bullish trap, but over the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow made new all-time highs yesterday. Higher low, higher high, closing over bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Great job with Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at Russell 2000. Russell 2000 headed off for new 2-year highs again today. I got to go look and see if we are making maybe 3-year highs. Not quite. We got a ways to go. Still a ways to go. So IWM with a rip rocket ride up here. Here's IWM. Yesterday's price action. Nice size candle. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So I just want to see where the measured move takes us. I just want to see that. So this would be there. And try to pick it up, duplicate. Just want to see where this pans out. Yeah, they're way up over that. Way up over that. They're doing really well. All right, there's IWM. Let's take a look at our technicals. T2122, we spent the whole day in the overbought zone. All right, so nice work on T2122, T2123. Kind of the same thing that happened the day before. Just green all day long, just bullied all day long. And the last candle was a red one. So we did the same thing yesterday. Nice thing is we broke out of channel, quadrant number 1. Then we were in quadrant 2 the day before yesterday. And you can see yesterday's price action. We spent the day in quadrant 3. Will they do quadrant 4 today? Should be interesting. All right, we're up over the midpoint. Nice work. This was the falling 200 with the Death Star force field right here, keeping price suppressed all this time, almost a month from back in, maybe even 2 months, from back in May of 20. Okay, so from May 20 all the way up to July, well, we'll just call it the 10th right there. All right, all the way up to there. We had the force field from the 200 SMA pushing price lower, lower, lower. All right, so there's T2123, nice rip. We're now in quadrant 3. Like to see quadrant 4, I'll take it if they want to do it. I'm not going to stop them. All right, T2123 3 bar. All right, so here is price action. Again, same as the the 15-minute chart. It's going to be very similar because it's the same product. All right, we're in quadrant 3. We are spiking. We spiked the 200 SMA yesterday, not yesterday, day before, and then yesterday we put in the rubber band candle. Let's see if we can get up a little higher today. I'm looking at IWM and it's already peaking up over this. We could be in quadrant 4 today. I'll take it if they want to do it. But here's T2123 rising back over this curling 200 SMA and the midpoint. So nice work there. FNGU, a little bit different here, just consolidating underneath this rising 200 SMA. Like to see it get some lift, get back up on top of that. I don't know if that's possible. They did do a whole lot of buying. There was a whole lot of buying going on through here. It may happen. We'll see. These are the big boy stocks. We'll see if we can get FNGU back up on top of this rising 200 SMA and push it up even higher. So that's FNGU price action for yesterday. A little buying, a little selling. Basically, we're in a bear flag consolidation. So it's not looking like a bounce up is probably likely. It's looking more like a bear flag to the downside. So we'll see what happens today. Should be interesting. We'll take a look at it later. Let's go take a look at our energy sector. Start off with USO in an uptrend. Okay, yesterday's price action, make sure I got the right candle. Lower high, lower low, closing under bearish trap, but above 17 EMA. It was falling out of bed today, I'll tell you that. Okay, still in an uptrend. We might have a downtrend. You got a lower high, and if it makes a lower low today, we'll see where they print. So USO was in an uptrend, could qualify for a downtrend after we see today's candle. All right, so there's USO. UNG still in a downtrend. Okay, coming down to tackle these lows. How low are those lows? Well, those are multi-year lows. Let's pick up the weekly chart to see just how low those lows are. How low can you go? Yeah, those are like all-time lows. We're back here challenging the all-time lows right here. All right, so you can see that $14 on UNG. That's a weekly chart. Back to the daily. Yep, those are the all-time lows. What would be the all-time low is looks like this candle right there, and that's 1386. Let's just go ahead and put that in there. Let's just drag this down. 1386. 1386. Okay, all-time low for UNG. You can see we're all the way back down here again. If we drew the quadrant lines in, you can see we're back in quadrant 1 again. So it is what it is. All right, UNG in a downtrend. I would have thought it found some lift off of this minor support. It did not. We do not want it to break major support, which would be these lows down there. We could see UNG fluttering down to $11 or $10. There's UNG. All right, so we just did USO. Let's take a look at precious metals. SLV will be the first one, still in an uptrend because we took out this high. Yesterday's price action, just a whole lot of consolidation up here over the support. It's not broken yet. It still looks like it's in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action, outside day, higher high, lower low, closing under bullish trap, but over the 17 EMA. There's silver, still in an uptrend. It's not a bad bull flag, a little sloppy, but usually precious metals are. All right, so GLD is ripping. All right, I think that's a new all-time high right there for GLD. I gotta look. Yeah, that's a new all-time high for GLD yesterday on the daily chart. New all-time. Well, today and yesterday. Let's see what we got here. No, not quite yesterday, but today, yes. Okay, yesterday we tied the all-time high. Today, we're putting in a new all-time high. All right, anyways, gold in an uptrend, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Gold getting some lift with that weak dollar. Speaking of the weak dollar, let's go take a look at it. All right, let's take a look. Here's our dollar chart. Okay, don't need the volume. I don't know why that's there. I don't like to watch volume because it never tells me anything. All right, so here is U.S. dollar index on a daily chart. This is the spot U.S. dollar index spot price. Okay, so yesterday's price action. All right, we closed around 104.20. Like to see us get underneath this valley right there. That valley would be the one I want to get up underneath that. We are currently right there, that valley right there. So we're currently in a downtrend because guess what? We made a lower low right here. Here's a low, and we made a lower low. So let's see where the price action is. Almost underneath there, but I'd like to see us get underneath this, get underneath that 200 SMA and start working our way down. Weak dollar would definitely help out the markets and the GDP. So there's U.S. dollar index. Let's take a look at economic calendar. Oh, trash that out. Okay, economic. Mr. Powell spoke yesterday. I don't think he really affected the markets. I think there was no new data for him to report. Nothing pressing that was going to rattle the markets. So for today, Tuesday, 8:30, retail sales, import and export prices, 8:30, business inventories 10, housing market index 10, got a Fed speaker around 2:45. Other than that, really light day. So if the bulls want to run, there's really not too much to stop them except maybe retail sales. Wednesday, we got housing starts and permits, 8:30, Fed speaker, and industrial production, 9:15, another Fed speaker. And then we got the petroleum status report, 10:30. Mostly every Wednesday, we got the petroleum status report at 10:30. Beige book comes out at 2. I'm going to say there's really not too many. The main event this week probably would have been Mr. Powell, but there was no real news to report from the FOMC. I think they're still holding firm on where they are. Beige book may rattle the markets a little bit. We'll see what happens. I think earnings will have a bigger impact than the beige book or Mr. Powell. For Thursday, what do we got? Jobless claims, 8:30. Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, 8:30. Leading indicators, 10. Gas report at 10:30. And some Fed speakers, and that's about it, okay? So really light week as far as economic data if the bulls want to run it up there. Max Payne, let's go see if we can find Max Payne. Let's see, that's for the 15th. We'll refresh that. Oh, it's quick refresh today. Max Payne, 561. All right. And the put to call ratio for the puts that expire today, 1 1/3 put for every call. And that's regarding just the puts that expire today. Earnings, we're getting some big boy earnings coming out. Today is Tuesday the 16th. Let's go to the Tuesday the 16th. Yesterday, Goldman Sachs reported in the morning. BlackRock reported in the morning. Today, United Health Group, UNH, they're going to report in the morning. Bank of America in the morning. Morgan Stanley in the morning. Schwab trying to find the P&L. PNC also in the morning. Quite a lot of financials going to be reporting this morning. They could help lift the market. State Street also going to report in the morning. Wednesday, ASML, they're going to report in the morning. Johnson & Johnson, Elevance, Prologis, U.S. Bancorp. So more banks on Wednesday and some other stuff. Thursday in the evening, this is a big one, almost $1 trillion here. Taiwan Semiconductor, Thursday evening, almost $1 trillion. Netflix going to report along with TSM, a third of $1 trillion almost right there, 282 billion. Novartis in the morning on Thursday. All right, they're going to report before the market opens Thursday, as the other two are going to report in the evening. Novartis, 225 billion. Abbott Labs, 179 billion in the morning. Intuitive Surgical, 155 billion. They're going to report in the evening with Taiwan Semiconductors. And the Progressive Corporation, 127 billion. Marsh McClellan, 107. So a lot of market cap reporting on Thursday. Let's see what Friday says. American Express going to report. Schlumberger, they're going to report in the morning. Mostly everyone's reporting in the morning. If that has a P&L, the other ones that can't find it, I don't see anybody reporting in the evening. It's all a matter of finding their P&L. So there you go. I'm going to stop right there. We did the economic calendar. We did the Max Payne. We did the dollar. Dollar's turning red here today. Like to see it get underneath the body of yesterday's candle. That would be nice. And that's it. I'm going to take questions in the room. If not, I'm going to render the video. Gold's in a nice uptrend there. SPY in a 10-minute uptrend. At the open, it could change any minute. They're dealing with this W pattern right now, and they're going through the battle zone. So you can see here, they had another W pattern. They went through the battle zone, and the bears won because we wound up right back here at the trend line. And it's possible the bears win again. We could wind up right back here at the trend line. If the dollar breaks that low, I got to believe we probably won't be back. If we're at this trend line, I think we rocket off of there right through 562.50. We'll see what happens. All right, any questions in the room? LJ, thank you for being here. Oh, yeah. Hey, good morning. Bob Jordan, nice to see you. Thank you for taking a trial. Bob's very nice. He comments on a lot of my YouTube videos. I appreciate that, Bob. Really love that. John M., thank you for thank you too for being here. LJ, I think that's Lawrence. Does anyone else hear sound? I think F took care of that. And that's it for this morning, all right? So I'm going to come back in, well, about an hour, okay? 9:15, I'm going to open up the market. We could have a new trend at 9:15. Come on, SPY, break out. Break out. Do this one to the upside. All right, so 9:15, we're going to open up the markets. I'll be back on here, and we'll start looking at numbers, all right? Numbers and targets. All right, until then, I'm going to take a little break and render my video.